Chris Stapleton, I was wrong.
Take it back. Won't you let me take it back?
Oh my God, it's too
good. I know I told you that I don't love you, but I'd be better off with someone new. But I take it back. Won't you let me take it back? Girl, you know that I still love you. And you know that I'm so alone. I don't know why I told you that I didn't need you. Can't you see that, baby?
I got to.
What I wouldn't give to be your lover.
Man, should I pull the lyrics up? Let me pull the lyrics up. That was good, but not because it was flashy, because it definitely wasn't flashy. I feel like people miss a lot of what his performances are. You know what I'm saying? Listen to how restrained he's being. You know what I'm saying? He's not reaching for the big notes, not yet anyways, right? He's sitting back in the pocket and just like letting the words do the work. That tells me he trusts the song. You know what I mean? Lyrically, this is simple. I mean, but it's heavy though. When he started off with "I've been thinking about my thoughtless words," that's not poetic gymnastics. You know what I'm saying? That's accountability. That's someone replaying their own mistakes in their head. What really stands out to me that there's no excuse language here. He's not blaming circumstances. You know, he's not blaming, the other person, right? I said it, I hurt you, and I was wrong. I appreciate that. You know, I could definitely appreciate that. Performance-wise, I mean, notice how still he is. Like, this is what I'm talking about. This is the same impression I got from him last time. Like, notice how still he is. You know, no pacing, no theatrics. He's standing in it. You know what I mean? He's standing in it. He's not trying to sell you on anything. That's that stillness really, it makes the room lean into you. That speaks to his professionalism, right? You can feel the audience listening instead of reacting. And that shows you the power of a performer. That shows you how well someone knows what they're doing. Even early on, I know this is kind of old or whatever, but it shows you how strong they are. Why? Because the audience, when you're it's not about how good you sing, it's about how much control you have over your voice. Because if you have true control over your voice in a room like this, you can control the audience. The audience begins to mimic you, or mirror you, I should say. They're staying silent, waiting for his moments. They know that he's gonna deliver, and they're patient, so they wait. They don't just burst out. You know, they know when to make noise. This is what I really respect the audience for. But and vocally, he's keeping everything controlled. Almost conversational, right? That's intentional, of course. But if he blew it, if he blew it all out right now, it just wouldn't feel honest, and that speaks to his expertise, man. He works on his craft, he hones it, and he knows what he's doing. He's letting the regret breathe before the release. This already feels less like a performance and more like a confession, and I think that's what he was trying to get across to us. But let's keep it rocking, man. Beautiful so far, man. I'm in love with this. Love the solo too. Got to show love to that solo.
What I would give to be your lover again. All I wanna do is touch your skin, yeah. If I had you right here, right now, I'd tell you, tell you, tell you, tell you, you know that I still love you, and you know that I'm so long. I don't know why I told you that I didn't need you. Can't you see that I was wrong?
Hey, dog, that was, man. He's. I think he's quickly becoming my favorite performer. Honestly, man, he really is. And that's why this performance stuck with people. Like, it's obvious. It's the power. He's almost able to make you feel, you know, it feels less like watching a YouTube video and more like, you know, almost being there. Not there because, you know, being there would be like a whole nother level. But I get why this performance is really just engraved in people's minds. Everybody's requested this one too. It's like the power here isn't in vocal fireworks. It's in timing. You know, he waits until the emotion and he earns his way out of it. You know what I mean? Oh man, I love that. He truly hones in on the stage. You know what I'm saying? When the voice finally, you know, opens up, obviously, it feels inevitable. You know, not forced. It's just something we knew was gonna land eventually. And lyrically, I mean, this is humility done right. What I wouldn't give to be your lover again. That's desire without entitlement. It's he's not saying, you know, you owe me another chance. You know, he's saying I know what I lost. You know, and that's grown man shit right there. Excuse my French, but it is. You know, owning damage, you know, after the fact, but realizing words don't rewind just because you regret them. You know, that's maturity. And it's uncomfortable, you know, to sit with, you know, for a lot of men. But which is why most songs avoid it. Honestly, a lot of songs avoid it. But from a Christian perspective, you know, I say this carefully. This is what repentance looks like, actually, you know, not grand speeches, you know, not self-pity, just truth, you know, just truth. Yeah. I mean, a broken and contrite heart, oh God, you will not despise. That's Psalms, but I just feel like that's where I don't know, the song really got this song actually. If it wasn't so theatrical towards the end, it really would have strung the heart right now. But you know, that's what this feels like. You know, not broken in a dramatic way, just broken in a quiet and honest way. And I could really respect his way of going about the crafts. There's not a lot of people like him, and I don't really. There's people who are special like this, but he's very unique though. And I mean, culturally, this hits because it's rare. Number one, right? Especially for men, but especially in live settings like what he's doing right now. There's no ego protection here. You know, no image management, just ownership. You know. That's why the room stays silent, though. That's why people, you know, replay this performance. I imagine, right? It's not about hitting notes. It's more so about standing in the consequences of what you said and still telling the truth. This is a lesson, man, in restraint, accountability, and you know how less can actually say more at times. You know, pretty impressive, man. Pretty impressive. What makes this performance powerful, though, it isn't really the pain. You know, it's not the pain. It's the willingness to tell the truth about who caused it. I do like the lyrics. You know, this isn't a man showing you how well he can sing. That's not Chris Stapleton's MO. Chris Stapleton. That's not Chris Stapleton's MO. Chris Stapleton is a man, you know, showing you he understands the cost of his own words. So that's why he doubles back, because real humility doesn't beg for forgiveness. It accepts responsibility and lets the silence speak. And that's what he did. And that's what he literally performed. that moment, that type of emotion. You know, there's something transformative about a man who stops defending himself long enough to admit he was wrong. Any woman would, they're gonna, not that they're gonna fall for that man, but they're gonna be quicker to forgive a man like that because he's showing a quality that she's probably never seen in any man. Even though he's the one who hurt her, he still showed another quality that she's never seen before. You know, the hurt she's seen before, the pain she might have seen before, the lying she might have seen before. But how many times has she seen accountability in her life? True accountability, genuine accountability. Probably not many. You know, most women. That's what honesty sounds like, you know, like when ego steps out of the way. Shout out to Chris Stapleton, man. This is fire. I'm gonna let it rock out though, because this guitar solo is hitting. He's telling a whole nother story right now. Speaking another language right now. Hey, you did your thing, Chris. You did your thing, brother. I ain't gonna lie to you. That thing was stripped down, slow burn performance. Man, it's the restrainedness, man. Then he gradually lets the vocal just crack open, and as the song builds, like he did his thing, man. There's no flashy movement. I always respect that. You know, the intensity. You know, intensity comes out almost like, you know, entirely from his voice. Honestly, bro, he doesn't have to make any slick movements. He's not up there dancing. You know, he's not even selling it with body movements either. You know, he's just playing his electric guitar. What is that, like a Telecaster style tone? Like, I don't know, but very clean. You know, slightly bluesy signal. You know what I'm saying? Not overdriven though. Not showy at no point. You know, the guitar works, is supportive. You know what I'm saying? It's not dominant, but of course, he's so nasty on that guitar, he had to do his thing towards the end. I mean, the crowd, man. The silence from the crowd speaks volumes, man. Especially for those stretches. You can literally hear the room holding its breath, which is rare for these type of performances, man. This is a big reason probably why it went viral, man. Like the camera work is minimal, but it's intimate though. You know, you get the close ups, and that's a common theme with him. You know, a lot of tight shots. No quick cuts, which forces the viewer to sit with the emotion instead of being distracted by camera works and stuff like that. So vocally, he does that thing he's known for, starting controlled and then letting the grit and the strain creep in naturally, especially on lines tied to regret and accountability. That was like the main push that I was looking for, and it feels like I said, confessional, not theatrical. You know what I'm saying? That's what I love about him, man. The emotional punch of just the performance comes in restraint, not power. He doesn't oversing early. He earns the climax. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, a lot of singers just can't wait to get to their skill. They can't wait to hit that note. They can't wait to impress you. What he's trying to do is tell you a story. And if he controls the emotion and if he jumps out and shows you anger before telling you why he got mad, then he ruins the moment. And a lot of singers do that. But he takes his time with the story. He tells you the story. He sings you the story. He controls the tone. He allows you to know when it's safe and when danger has arrived. And then he'll tell you with the notes, and then he'll blur out, and he's a big chest singer, so he opens up, he sings from his grit, but he's actually a chest singer. He opens up. Yeah, I mean, it's like it's not common, bro. He's not like anybody. He's not like anybody, man. Authentic male vulnerability is what I get out of this, man. Shout out to Chris Stapleton, man. I'm out of here, man. I've talked enough. We out.